Hi, welcome to this video. In this video, I will do the same thing like deploying Django application server and also the the creating a service file, but I will be writing a bash script so that that bash script will do everything for us. Okay, so I just launched the new instance in Linode. So I'm going to start. This is a brand new Linux, so there's nothing. So I'm in my home directory. Okay, let's give it a name first. Nano Django setup.sh, and as usual hash bang. I'm gonna use a bash shell bin bash. Okay, so I will write down the things that we need to do step by step. First thing, okay, the first thing we need to do is update. Second thing is install Python packages, and then third thing is pull the code from GitHub repo, and then after this we need to create a virtual env and initiate it. Then after we need to install necessary packages, which is of course Django and Unicorn. And then there are a few things we need to do along the process. We need to do is then we need to create a service file, right? Okay, this is the thing that we need to do. So this gives us the outline that we need to achieve. So what we can do is, I'm planning to run all this script as a sudo user, so I won't be using sudo anywhere. So what I need to do here is I will write this scripts needs to be run as a sudo user. And also second thing that I need to mention is this only runs, this is also only intended for Ubuntu. Okay, so if you are going to use this script in a different Linux distribution, this may not work. This script is intended to run in Ubuntu environment. Good. Okay, so now we can start. The first thing is simply update the system, right? So apt update, and we don't want to wait. we need to go without asking for any prompt. So apt update y. So this thing. But there is something that we need to check. So if this update is not successful, or if there are any error, we want to know. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna check for exit status code. So I will be writing here if statement, if so $? Not equal to 0, sorry, equal to 0, then yeah. Okay, so right now when I give a hit tab, gives me for space, which I don't like. So I want to make sure that when I give a tab, it just goes for steps, for spaces. So let us do that, because so the configuration for that should be at C pi etc and rc and find tab. Okay, this is here. Set tab size of 4. Okay, let's go back to our and okay, let me delete this. Then tab, yes, that's beautiful. Now so what I want to say here is if the exit status, the written code is not equal to 0, then there's something wrong, or there's something standard error, right? So I will say echo error in updating the software, so exiting and exit 1. Okay, so let's run this one. Right now our Django setup doesn't have any execution permission. We can see read, write. So I'm gonna give it some permission. chmod Django setup. So now you should be able to sudo Django setup. Good, it work. I'm very happy with that. Now let's move on to second phase, install Python packages. Just like that, it's also a very simple one. App update we want to update Python 3 pip Python 3 BENB and y. That's important. And also I need to make sure if there is something wrong, then we want to exit. We don't want to continue with our installation process. So for that we need to put the same thing here. I will copy that one and paste here, but need to change error in installing Python packages. Exiting and exit 2. Let's do it. Hit save it and error in installing Python packages, exiting. Good. What happened? Yes, I know what happened. I have install Python 3 pip. Yeah, that's good. Good thing that we have that in place. Good, it's going well. Okay, this thing we don't want in our script. Okay, so what I do right now is I will hit Control C. I will hit yeah, so we need to avoid that kind of thing, right? So right off the bat, before even we update, what you can do is write a comment. The front end Debian environment. So this environment variable we can set so that it become non-interactive. So set Debian front end to be non-interactive to prevent the prompts. So this is important because the script are run usually without the human supervision. So we want it to run without any prompt, right? Okay, so what we need to do is export Debian front end equal to non-interactive. This is important. So we're setting, so within this script run environment runtime, we're setting the environment variable Debian front end to non-interactive. Okay, so let's go ahead and see what happens. Good. We didn't have any issue here, so okay, let's go to the section where we pull the code from GitHub repo. This will be interesting here because there are a few things we need to do. Let's first pull the GitHub repo. Okay, so I'm going to my project, the Django project. So what will I do is I will look here and repository, and this is Django Hello World, and I will copy this one, git clone. So with this we need to run git clone this. So we know that once it runs, we should be able to see the Django Hello World folder in the current directory, right? So let's go ahead and do it. Right now we don't have there any other script. We only have Django setup.sh, right? So let's run this. Okay, and we already know that Django Hello World is here. Django Hello World. So this is good. The second step that we need to do is whatever directory we run this script from, our script should be able to go to Django Hello World, and it should be able to go there. So that's an important step here. Before that, how do we configure this? Like, how do we tell the script to go to Django Hello World? So my idea was to make this script usable in whatever the Django related repository we pull. We should be able to know what is the directory that we have we pull. So we should be able to know this. So what am I going to do is, to make this happen, okay, I'm gonna put the GitHub URL here. So let's create a section where we store all the variables. So all variables. So I will call it Django GitHub project URL, and we know that this is the URL, right? So I'll put this in a string, as a string. So right now we know exactly this is the URL, and after it pulls, and the folder will be Django hello world.git, right? Django hello world. But we want to customize our script so that in next run, whatever GitHub URL we pull, it will know that the folder that we're going to install is something. So to do that, we need to have some experiment here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to experiment with this. I'm going to copy this and I'm going to create the test file here, nano, where we do all our experiment, and put this and save it. If I do cat test, we see this, right? So I will try to simulate how can I actually only get Django hello world, and then we can use that in our script. So I'm planning to use awk, my favorite tool. So, or we can also use this one, echo. Sorry, it's a cat. So we know that the thing, this is here, the separator is the /. So we need to tell the field separation by /, and the item we are interested is the last item here, this. So which we can easily get like this, print number field. It just gives us how many fields there are, which is the fifth field is Django hello world.git. But if I put here $, it gives me, that's the index, it gives me the value, Django hello world.git. But we don't want .git, right? So we want to split this. We can do that using awk. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use a split function, and splitting the entire field. So here $1 means this whole field, comma, and a. So what is a? A is a variable where the value we split we can hold. So I'm gonna split by using dot, and we will print a stands for variable, like it holds the list of split item, and we want the first item here. Some error. Split. Okay. Pardon me. I didn't close this. Okay, it should work now. Still problem. Okay. Split. And the entire field $1 and a, and split by dot, and then we print, and the a holds the list of these separated items, and we want the first item split. Oh, pardon me, it shouldn't be there. Okay, let me remove that quotation. Django hello world, it gave me. So in future, just let me go to nano test. It could be anything here, like, but yeah, I know there could be dot, right? So even in the case there is a dot, can there be a URL with django.hello.all.git? Okay, then definitely this will not work. So we want to capture anything, the first item. So before okay, at least in my case it works, so I'm not bothering anymore here. So I'm going to use this one. Okay, in my script, sudo Django setup. So this is the GitHub URL, and this is the project folder. So we need to put here subshell. Yeah, and instead of cat, we need to use echo dollar GitHub project URL, and let's do one check, and let's check we're getting the right here, right? The project folder, echo project folder. And after this, what we want to do is we don't want to pull again and again, so for the time being I will comment this out. That will be fine. Maybe we can comment this out because it will speed up our work, because that's already working. We can remove this comment later. I don't know how to make comment out all at once in. Okay, let's see. And let me run this script. Good, it gave us exactly what we want. Okay, so we're very happy. So we can literally remove this one and go to that project folder. Yeah, pull the code from the GitHub repo, and second thing is go to the project folder, so which we can do cd dollar, oh my bad, I copied something wrong. So it's just dollar project folder. Go to project folder. So once we're in the project folder now, we want to run, we want to create a virtual environment and initiate it, right? So let's do that. Python 3 m permake benb. Yes. And then we want to initiate this. So source benb bin activate. Okay. And once it's activated, what we want to do is we want to install pip install Django and gunicorn. That's it. Let's see how it goes. Sudo. Right now, if I go to my Django hello world, there's not the BN virtual environment is not set up there. So I am just going to run the script Django setup. Looks like it's working good. So let's see what happens now. Go to cd Django and we have BNB. So we also can do this bin activate, and we can see if it is installed pip freeze. We can see Django is installed, Gunicorn is installed. That's good, awesome. So let me deactivate this and good. Okay, now let's go back to our okay. So we can go to project folder and we can we don't need to create the virtual environment again, but we can activate this, and we don't need to install Python packages again. And now this is the time where we create a service file, right? So what I'm going to do is, it's very interesting. First of all, I'm going to borrow the service file script, which is the again the same guy, but I know where to look. Your repository. I'm going to copy this, Control Shift. Okay. So we want to create a service file. So what you want to do actually is, I want to create a variable for service file. Let's say service file name, and I would call it Django service, which makes our life a lot better. And service file path, which is, we want to fix it at the systemd system and we can directly put the variable service file name. That looks all right to me. Service file name, Django service. Okay, alrighty. So what you can do now is go down and create a service file. So I'll be using cat. An interesting thing is I'm gonna use cat, and then here the name is this dollar service file path, which is @c systemd system, and I'll be using here, and then enter file and put this detail here and enter file. So one thing I know I need to change here is Yeah, but don't worry, this all going to be, we don't want to put this manually, so we will be doing this one by one. Okay, if I run this right now, okay, what happens? Sudo, we don't have any service file, so Django setup. Yeah, one thing it's getting very suspicious, so I need to establish and put a check here. So create service file, and if not equal to 0, go dollar service file is created successfully, and then is not equal to 0, then I'm sorry, not equal to 0, then there's something wrong, right? Service file could not be created, exiting, and I will say exit, I think it's exit 3, and if it passed, then definitely we want to say echo dollar service file is created successfully. Something wrong here. So we went to project folder, okay, and then we in source bin activated. We don't need to install anything because we already have installed. Cat to this service file path. By the way, I want to check if it is right. Echo service file name, echo service file path, and then sudo Django setup, service file name, service file path. Hey, that's wrong. Okay, I didn't put $sign, right? That's simple mistake. Let's see system D system Django.service. That seems to be fine. Then that's not a problem. source being activated, and here okay, I just need to wanna make sure that I did the right thing. So we have here test file. See if I can write in the test file using the this way. So basically I'm trying to cat to test and in the file, this is line 1, this is line 2, enter file cat. Okay, this is working. This is how it should be. And let's go down here. Now I know where I'm wrong. Doing simple test or experiment is so helpful. It should be this way. Okay, let's go. And if not equal to 0, then okay, let's run this. It's created successfully. Service file $service file echo file is created successfully. But that name is not coming. Service file name. My apology. Service file path. And this is, sorry, so many mistakes in one thing. Service file name. Now if I run this again, that's fine. Django.service is created successfully. Now we want to check, right? Let's see systemd. Of course I need sudo here. Systemd system Django. Yeah, we have it. That's good. But right now there are something we need to work on. You see the value here is not right. We need to fix this. So we need to point to the GUnique and binary. So before that we need to find a path to the GUnique and binary, and this is where we need to point the project folder, and we also need to get the working directory, right? So let's do one at a time. So basically we move to this project folder directory. From there, now there is an interesting question. What is that you have? So we should be able to find that our name of the project is hello world. That's a project directory, hello world, because we need to go to that project directory. So how do we know that this is our project directory? So usually if we go to hello world, and there is under that project directory there is a file called manage.py. So if we could find the absolute path to the manage.py, and from that the one folder above the manage.py is the project folder. So that's how I'm planning to figure this out. So what I'm going to do is, for example, okay, so in our script we are here, and we need to run find, because we are here in the current directory, and look for the type file name is manage.py. If you do that, we get the path from that current directory, and our project directory is hello world, which is one step back, which again we can use awk to the parse it. Okay, so let's do that, and we can experiment this out here. Let me copy this one, control and go and nano test. Okay, so if I do cat test, how can I get it? So again, awk command, field separation by the /, and we're looking at the second last, so which is very easy to get. Print, if we say here print number of field, we get manage.py, which is not what we want, and we want is something after the second last, so this logic helps here. Hello world. Don't worry about this because there is some white space that I included accidentally, so I'm gonna use this. Okay, so let's go to our script, Django. Shut up. So once we're in the project folder, and here we can find something like find yeah, before we do anything, we just can do here, what you can do is find the name of the project folder. So actually find the name of the project folder. The first step is to find the absolute path to the manage.py. So I will say path to manage.py file, which is pretty simple. So from this directory, from the current directory, we're looking for type file and name is manage.py. So when I run this command, I want to echo this $path to manage.py file, and then parse the name of the project directory where we need to go, which is the one we already have here. Up here is a project folder. This is a project main folder, let's say. Project root. No, that's the project root directory, I guess. So we can say that is a project folder, project root folder, project folder. We need to update anyway that has a project folder. Yeah, here project root folder, but this one is a project folder. So project folder equal to so instead of cat we use here echo, and this will be dollar path to manage py file, and I want to echo this, echo dollar project folder. Let's run this. Sudo okay, we get this answer and hello world. That's good. It's amazing. Now what we need to do here is, once we know that it's working, so now we don't need to echo this one, and we don't need to echo this one, project folder, and being activated. So here move to the project folder. So just to give you perspectives, what we did was, after we have Django folder, we find out this name of the project root folder, and here we find out hello world. So we just went to, now we need to go to hello world. So this is the working directory. We need to set working directory. Okay. So let's go there and let's find, once move to the project folder, cd dollar project folder, and what we can do is, we need, from here we need to find path to the gUnicon binary. So we can do that. gUnicon bin path equal to, which is simple, just run from that, within that, which gUnicon, and also we need to find the working directory. Working directory equal to dollar present work directory. Okay, so what we need to do is, we need to update this value here. So we don't want to put this hard-coded path to gUnicon, so we just put here dollar gUnicon bin path. We give workers 3, and hello world is now actually the project folder. Project folder, and working directory is dollar working directory. Working directory. If this happens successfully, we will get the good news here. Okay, sudo Django setup. Okay, Django.service is created successfully, but there is something setup. BENB. What? BENB. Line 47. No such file directory. That's interesting. BENB been activate. Which is like source BNB been activate. This is what we need to do, the activate. Okay. Sorry, this is line 47. Source BENB pin activate. Project folder. There is something CD. Sorry, yeah, I know, mismatch. It's a project root folder, and then we hold on. The first thing here we do, go to project root folder. That's fine. And from there, project root folder. No. Just don't change anything. Go to the project folder. Root folder, yes. And path to manage file and project folder, yeah. And okay, so to run this BNB, I should still be inside. Yeah, okay, I know where I'm. Project. We found the project folder here, but we can just copy this. CD to project folder, Gunicorn, and this, all this. We can copy this. Actually, we don't need this here. And here we activate the virtual environment. Here in that environment, we pip install. That's fine anywhere. Where we can do this? Yeah, let's put this here. Okay, so we found a project folder from here. So now we're going onto that project folder and creating all this. Okay, sudo Django setup. Okay, it didn't give any error, so Django service is created successfully. Good. Let me check. Cat. Of course with sudo etc system. Okay, I need to do something here. Cat. Okay, let's see. Home Praveen Django hello world, that looks good, and home Praveen world and hello world, all looks good. Okay, now in our project, let's go. The final bit. Yeah, final bit. So final bit is okay. Reload daemon, so which is essentially sudo, not sudo, systemctl daemon reload, that's all. And then start Django service, which is, so I want to put a check here. If systemctl start, we have a service file name. If systemctl start service file name, will put this now. So if the service file name starts successfully, we want to say echo dollar service file name started successfully. Okay. Otherwise, success is echo service file name started successfully, and that's good. If not, then echo dollar service file name could not be started successfully. And we also want to put here exit. So exit for what? Why do you put it? If systemctl start service file name, I'm kind of confused here. I mean, that command evaluates the true, then service file name has successfully, otherwise could not be started successfully, right? I hope so. Django setup, unexpected token, syntax error. Okay, excuse me guys, I need to check my original script that I wrote. I forgot, unfortunately. We are here. Okay. I can't believe that. This is the script and I didn't remember. You know what? Understanding is important than remembering things. So let's do it. So now we know exactly if systemctl start service file name, that's good. Then, which is evaluates true, service file name started successfully, else service file could not be started successfully, and exit for. Started successfully. Great. If that's true, then let me check the IP address. Call IP info dot input output IP. So this is the IP. Let's go to the browser. I'm pretty sure we have a lot of things to do. I'm not done it. Yeah, we need to fix this. We're getting this batch request because we haven't updated the Django settings file where we need to update the IP address in the allowed host list. So we need to it's working at the moment, which I'm very sure. So the things we need to do now is this. One more thing, let's enable this service as well. So quickly copy this and say service system serial enable, say enabled, enabled successfully, could not be enabled successfully. That's okay. And exit file. The thing we need to do here is this. Go to we're here. And at the end of it, we're here, right? So this is our working directory. What we need to do is we need to find sudo nano kilovolt settings.url. We need to find that file and we need to update allowed host this line. We need to update this line. Let me copy this. With the IP address of the server. So we want to do it from the script. So first thing first, we know that we are here. We need to find where the settings.py file is. So which is very simple. Just type find. Because we are in that directory, what we need to do is find in the current directory type file name settings.py. So from here we get this. I'm using awk command again, my favorite tool. We get settings.py, right? And once we get settings.py, we can use this set tool to replace this with the IP address. So we need to do a few things. First, we need to find the IP address of the server, right? And then we need to find the path to the settings.py from this directory, and we need to replace this allowed host list with the IP address. We need to update the IP address of the server. Okay, the first thing first, let's update the IP address of the server. How to find the IP address of the server? So IP address, so it gives us all this thing, but we know that our IP, this is our IP, which is in the line inet. So we can use the grep command here to filter all lines with inet. See, from here the line we are looking for is 1, 2, 3. So I believe in most of the cases this will be true. The first one is for the localhost, second IPv6, and third one is the IP address that we actually need. To get that, it's not that bad. Using awk command, awk, it's already separated by the space, so we don't need to do anything. So it will be like first, second, third row. So number of row equal to third, and we want to print first, second field $2. Yeah, that's good. Now again we need to split this and only retrieve the first part. So awk field is this, and split $1 means whole field, variable a, again same thing, and we're using delimiter this, and inside print a, we want the first part. Yeah, so this is the guy we need. So we just grab this, Control Shift C, sudo nano Django setup. So I want to say here update at the first, because this is global variable, server IP equal to $. Boom. So we have now server IP, which is a pretty good thing. We don't need to do anything. Now second thing we need to do is go to here. Once we go to project folder, what I want to do here is find, even before running the setting up the service file, creating service file, I need to find settings py path, so which we know, just simply run this find from the current directory, type file, name is we know that, settings.py. Once we know settings py path, now we can use scd command to replace. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use that command. So we just, okay, again one more thing, I need to know how does that look like. Django hello world, if I just cat hello world, from here hello world settings, what I need is this allowed host. I'm just copying this. Yep. And let's go down. Where are we? We are here. Okay, setting py path. So what we want to do is we want to replace. We already have a path here, so we can run this, actually this command echo to see if we have the path. Let's do it. Sometimes small error makes our life so much bad. Settings py path. Just run this for the moment. Yeah, we see hello world settings.py. That's good. That's good. So here I want to run a command like this, sed. So we am gonna use this set tool to replace. So I want to replace dash I in place, and yeah, we are doing the substitute. First we are matching for this allowed host, but we need to tell it begins from here, match this allowed host, and this character square bracket is a special character that can disrupt, so we need to escape this. So escape this, again escape this, and that we want to replace with, so in this section here we put this, and here we can put simply dollar server IP, server IP, and we need to provide the path. So where the path is, dollar settings py path, and we want to check here echo if any error. Okay, just run this. I believe this will run. So -I gives for that, and in place modification, substitute this one, start with this, skip this, and allowed host. Yeah, sudo Django. Okay, now it shouldn't be getting the bad request. Obviously getting a bad request. Definitely we're getting bad request. So let's check. Hello world. Nano hello world. Settings. Hey, allowed host. It hasn't changed. What did I do wrong? Okay, let me do some test. Let's say we have a file nano test. It's a line 1, line 2, allowed host equal to this and this. ALLOWD, allowed host space equal to space. Okay, we want to replace this with something. So let me see if I can do this. We do sed is I, and substitute. What am I substituting? Okay, just a moment. Let me copy this. Sudo sed. Here we put what we want to match. So this is start with allowed, and we want to escape this, and we want to match with this. Let's say 1 2 3 4 5 6. and the path is test. Definitely it didn't work, right? We know that. I have a feeling that we didn't put here. Maybe sometime double quotation can be life-changing thing. Didn't I tell you? It's double quotation. So we keep with this knowledge. Let's go back to our Django setup. And here, oops, yeah, SCD, and we want to put here this one. This all good, no problem here. This and settings PY path. I'm pretty sure now it will run and it will update and it will give me hello world. Not again. What did I do? Okay, echo dollar settings py path echo present directory. Settings py path. What could be wrong here? So skip this with allowed host equal to server IP. Settings py path. Should be like this. Okay. I want a quick look at my GitHub repo. Actually, how I did that. See. So what's the difference? So we put settings py path and server IP. There's nothing wrong. Oh, echo. Put this and oh, it's done. My friend, it's working. Okay, let me check this time. You know what? It's already been done. Just sudo systemctl restart Django. It's done. So, folks, we finally finished writing a bash script. So this will actually deploy Django application in my case. So you might need to do some changes depending on your configurations and the variables you have. So, okay, let's do a final demo. We have a script ready here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy the entire script we have. Now I don't need to copy a script. I already have a script. So I'm just going to exit from here, and I'm going to create a new deploy a new Linux instance. Give it a name. Web server to okay, let's give that name, and I have my IP address here. My wife is coming from work. I will keep working until she comes here. So SSH root. It takes some time, so let's wait. Yeah, it takes some time. So okay, now it's running. I should be able to access. Come on. Okay, that was web server 2. Now it should. Yes. Just a moment. I'm just about to do this laundry and I will go back to you. Sorry. my strong strong. Okay. Okay, I'm in. So what I'm gonna do is I have my script here already ready. I'm just going to pull it. Good. This is what I want. And I'm going to git clone this one. And the script I need is the configuration folder, Django server setup. Okay, it's there now. I'm going to remove this one. Okay, and I'm going to run this script now. Django server configuration script. It should be okay. There you go, guys. Now let me access if this is actually working. This is the one I just launched. HTTP hello world. There you go. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video.